Am I there? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? I had to unplug and replug in my microphone. So I think that might have made it a little mad at me. Can you hear me now? I feel like I'm on that commercial. Can you hear me now? Can you hear me? Nobody's saying anything, so now I'm concerned. Okay. All right. Let me repeat. How's your Friday going? And thank you, everyone. Thank you for letting me know. I appreciate it because, yeah, technology. So anyway, as I was saying, let me know please what your week's been like. If you have any fun weekend plans and what you're hoping to accomplish, we're going to be doing the 30-minute sprints again this week. This is the last time though. And after that, we get to go to our nice rolling dice, which gives us sometimes an hour, sometimes 45 minutes. It will be absolutely fabulous in the future. I miss it. I think you guys do too. But since Katie's doing driver's ed, I have to drop her off and I got to pick her back up. So unfortunately means we got to be quick 30-minute type sprints, but I think we'll still get a lot accomplished this, today and get a lot of things done and read. For me, mostly I'm going to be concentrating on reading because I am doing that fun, if you see here, I'm on Pathfinders, the fun, amazing readathon that Bree from Four Paws in a Book is doing. And I'm having a lot of fun being Pathfinder. I am still back on, Pan Am. And I'm hoping to finish finally my Pan Am book, which is Daughter of No Worlds. It was a nice thick one. So I'm hoping to finish that today. And that way I can get that done and then do the sightseeing prompt and then move on to the Shire and then eventually move on to where it's at now, which is, of course, The Wall from George R.R. Martin series. So I'm excited though. I don't feel the pressure to hurry up and get caught up. If that's as far as I get, that's as far as I get. It's so nice being on Pathfinders because you're just literally doing it for the vibes. There's no crunch on points or anything. So I'm excited. But that's anyway where I'm at. Let me know if you're participating, what team you're on. And I hope you're having a good time and not getting burnt out because it is supposed to be fun. And yeah, just let me know how you guys are doing. Good morning, Julie. So good to see you. Ooh, wanted to tell you, Julie, I'm up to 3 miles now a day and about an 18-minute mile. I'm hoping that improves though, because with each mile you get slower. So Julie's like my online walking buddy, and I love it because it helps hold me accountable. I'm trying to work up towards that 10-mile mark, but so far I'm at 3 miles, 18-minute miles. So pretty proud. I hope you're doing good too. Let's see, I typically work in 30-minute sprints, so that does end up being perfect then. I love that. And we had a hi from Lynn. Hello, Lynn. And we had Christina pop in. Thank you for the public service announcement. Everybody make sure you're checking that laundry, taking your meds, hydrating, stretching. Thank you for hitting the like button. And yeah, I appreciate all the good things, Christina, and getting to see you. And we have Sam. Good morning, Sam. How are you feeling today? I've been seeing your stuff on Facebook, and it's so stinking cute. You have the cutest posts. And Christina says hi to Sam. Lynn, that's amazing. Life is a highway. Katie's going to drive it all night long. Hi, Christina from Sam. Hello, Alicia. How are you doing? And she says hello to everybody, all the friends. How are you feeling? How are the little ones? They're out of school now, right? Or is today the last day for them? DNF, 51% of the chilling cover. Oh, no. And picked up Inkheart. I had a hard time finding one because I want to use what's on my TBR. I already have a massive stack here on my cart. Like I need to get those finished. And so I'm trying to look and look and look. And finally, for the chilling one for me, for The Wall, I chose Blood of the Chosen. Tina gave this to, gifted me with this a long time ago. So I've been needing to pick it up. This is the sequel to Ashes of the Sun by Django Wexler. It was a 5-star for me. So I'm expecting this to be a great read. It's kind of blue, which is kind of a chillier kind of vibe to it. But it also said when I read, kind of glanced at the first few pages, it talked about a chill in the air and snow was coming. So I'm going to count it as a chilly setting, by God, because I need to get to it. I have put it off for several months of TBRs. So yeah, it's going to count, darn it. I'm sorry you DNF'd yours though. And I hope that Inkheart ends up being a better one for you. But I do love that you're in Pathfinders with me. I'm not going to lie. Alicia just joining. I'll be doing dinner menu planning, going grocery shopping, and hoping to finish 2 books today. You guys, we need to knock this out. We got this. Yes, let's finish all the books. Sir Vasha, hello, good morning. Reading the names. It's very good. I love that. And your darling little girl is out of school, I bet. What are you doing for summer? Soft DNF God Killer. Yeah, I wasn't a fan either. You're not alone in that, Alicia. It's one of those I think is very polarizing. You either love it or you hate it. And I didn't hate it, but I definitely didn't have a great time with it. So I'm with you. Need to finish Fried Green Tomatoes at the Whistle Stop Cafe, and it's just business. Those all sound so fun, though. I love that for you. You have to let us know what you think of them. Julie, that's great. 3 miles a day is amazing. Thank you. I only get that far about once a week. My goal is 3.5 this weekend. Hey, when I trained for the Indianapolis Mini, that's what I did. I would do I worked my way up to 4 miles a day that I did regularly, jogging 4 miles every day. And then on Saturdays, I extended it. So that's how I got to where I was able to finally do the 13.1 miles. So that's kind of how I'm going to train. Only instead of running, I'm walking. No way am I running again. Nope. It's walking for me. Christina says hello to Alicia and Servasha. That plus face off. Go Steel Watchers, right? I tell you, the Pacers here are so excited for the basketball stuff. It's been going crazy. Nobody thought that they would beat all the teams they've beaten so far. And so from what I hear, it's going to be quite the game. I don't follow a lot of basketball, so it's just what I hear on the news. But yeah, I'm kind of proud of our team. Sam, feeling okay? Had a headache yesterday. Oh no. And this morning, but seems like coffee's helping for now. Good. Good. Sip that coffee. Take it easy. Hydration, hydration, hydration. Especially right now, it's impossible to have too much. I'm telling you, you need to hydrate like a crazy person. Hydrate. Servasha says hi to Christina. Alicia, yes, they're out of school. Yes. Last day was May 30th. They got their summer boxes and workbooks. I know you were planning things, and we start the themed weeks next week. I love that. Katie, growing up, every week was a new theme. I did the same thing. That's how I taught her basic CPR stuff and first aid. We did camping stuff. The boys tried to teach her a little bit of land nav. That didn't go so well. She comes by naturally. But yeah, all the things. And so I taught her cooking and cleaning and budgeting. We went car shopping, all the things. Each week had its own theme. So yeah, I love hearing other people do themes too. And Alicia says, hey to Christina. I got to page 35 and was questioning, why do I care? And put it down. See, that was me. I wasn't connecting with it. It was such a cool premise too. And the book is gorgeous. We're talking about God Killer. Gorgeous book. And it's not even that the writing is bad. Like there's some writing style I just don't jive with, especially one recently, but you won't know about that till the end of the month when I do my review. Where it was like the story's amazing and everybody loves this series like a lot. And I had to DNF it at 30% because I just wasn't caring. I just wasn't jiving with that writing style. With God Killer, I liked the writing style, but I still didn't care. And so I'm kind of with you on that, Alicia. Hashtag justice for God Killer. Hey, Sam, you wouldn't have that gorgeous edition if I hadn't gotten rid of it. So think of it that way. If I hadn't said, not for me, you would have never won that. Speaking of, I do want to make the announcement real quick so I don't forget before our time is about to go off. Just so y'all know, we hit 900 subscribers. I am blown away. Thank you guys so much. And so I haven't forgotten, we are going to be doing a drawing to win beautiful book editions, gift cards, all kinds of fun things. And for the first time ever, I'm going to let you guys choose what you want to do in order of who gets drawn. So you want to reply quickly. You'll understand when you see the video, but that'll be coming out probably end of the month / early July is when I'm going to do that drawing. I always like to wait a little bit just to make sure, because with YouTube, if you don't know, if you don't have subscribers, it ebbs and flows, you guys. So one minute you'll have 10 more than you did the last week, and then the next week you're down 5. It ebbs and flows. So I want to make sure when I do the drawing for 900, I still have 900. So that's why I hesitate and wait on that. But that was the alarm. So we're going to go into our first sprint, everyone. Happy reading, happy productivity. I will see you all back here in 30.
dog was 3% of its actual size? Weird question.
All right, everyone, we're back from the first sprint. There's commercials. I really thought if it was live, I wouldn't run into commercials because typically that channel, when it's doing the live sprint stuff or ambiance, it doesn't have commercials. And so frustratingly, there were at least 2 in that small 30-minute window. So I pulled it back all the way to the beginning, hoping maybe there won't be commercials in the previous portion. I don't know. I'm so sorry, guys. I hate commercials. They drive me crazy. So we'll see. I mean, it's getting harder and harder to find any kind of ambiance channel that doesn't have commercials. So let me know below if you'd rather skip the ambiance and just have me go back to my old school counters I used to have that were like books opening and the pages would turn ever so often and it had a counter that would count down. I'm happy to go back to that if that makes it easier, or if you're okay just trying to ignore when the commercials pop up. Let me know below which way you want to do. This is your channel, so let me know. In that sprint, I got to eat breakfast, which was yummy. I got to finish laundry, which makes me happy. And I did finish Daughter of No Worlds by Carissa Broadbent. I'm going to give it 3 stars, which is a shame because I love her writing style, especially Serpent in the Wings of Night series. Love it, love it, love it. And the cover's just so pretty. But it just wasn't grabbing me. The 2 main characters, I thought that, you know, their love interest would be exciting, and it's not. It's actually kind of boring to me. So I just wasn't grabbed. It just didn't pull me in. Her story feels very similar, actually, to Throne of Glass character, and I just liked how that was done better. So maybe that's why. I don't know. Either way, it is not going to be a series I continue reading in, but I love the author, so we'll always read something of hers, just not adding that to my series list, most likely. But anyway, that's what I did in mine, which is great, because now I get to move from Pan Am onto the Shire. But enough about moi. How did you guys do? Aria's in summer camp. Love it. She's having a great time. They have weekly field trips, so she's loving it. I love that for her. Oh my gosh. I remember summer camp time, both for myself and for when Katie used to do summer camps. That is so fun, Servasha. I might fall asleep. Who knows? The doc gave me a nasal spray for my allergies. Oh, an antihistamine. I'm so sorry, Lynn. Get to feeling better. Take all the meds. Take a nap. Rest. You know, it's very low key here. Come and go as you need. Hubby says, good morning to everyone. Hey, sweetie. Pacers are good. Thank you. Everyone thought that they would lose 4 games and they're doing great. Exactly. They're blowing everybody away, which is fabulous. I love it. And Alicia says, LOL to Sam. Servasha Godkiller's been on my shelves for a long time, and you may love it. like I said, it goes either way. You may absolutely love it. Lynn said the story for God Killer didn't grab me. Yeah, me either. And congrats. Thank you. Thank you, guys. True, but it is so good though, Sam says. Sam loves God Killer. So see, there's several. You never know, Servasha. It could be a win for you. Thank you, guys. Good morning. Just made it to the library in the next town over. Hey, Tina, good to see you. I was actually talking about you a minute ago. Thank you for my gift. And it's actually about to get read. Finally. Yeah, I know, sweetie. Boo to the commercials. I'm with you on that. Made the to-do list and chatted with a coworker. Love it. Nice and easy on you. Another 7% of Inkheart read. Is it going better than your DNF'd book, I hope? Hello, Priscilla. Good morning. Good to see you. How are you doing today? Those other counters sound cool. It's what I started my channel with. So I still have them somewhere, saved somewhere. I'm happy to do that if that would be better. What's my Shire read going to be? Well, I wrote it down. Each time it comes out, I write it down. And I chose for cozy book. I'm going to finally finish Dungeon Crawler Carl. For me, it's cozy because it feels like I'm playing a video game. I mean, it's just so funny. And the humor in this is so good. And I need to finish it. So that's going to be my cozy read is Dungeon Crawler Carl. How about you, Lynn? Priscilla had a slow start this morning, but I'm still proud I got up because I've been coming down with a flu since Sunday. Goals have to be realistic, 100%. Take it easy, Priscilla. Don't push yourself too hard. Don't try to force yourself to do more than you can. And that way your body can keep fighting the flu. That is no fun. And Christina, always with the Pavlov's dog, gets me to drink coffee by talking about coffee. And she says hi to Ryan and hi to Tina and to Priscilla. Love it. Lynn, much better now. Good. And Tina, yay, you're very welcome. I'm excited too. Tina says hi to Christina. I like the Christmas one Ryan made for you. Trying to remember. What did Ryan Christmas one? Oh, you mean the ambiance one, the one that he made. He made a really cute ones. It had like trees in the background. One of them had like the delicious coffee drink. Yeah. So I may go back to that. And they're created in Canva, so there's no commercials and stuff. So I may have to do that. They may be like the same backgrounds again and again. If that won't be too repetitive, I could go back to doing that for sure. And we just create in Canva because you only get so much music and then you have to keep looping it. But if it's a actual song that has like you should pay for it kind of thing, then they'll shut you down. So you cannot attach songs to your Canva image and countdown timer like that. That isn't a freebie. So yeah, but I'm happy to do that too. That's a good idea. Thank you, Priscilla. I used the last sprint to catch up on the chat, get some laundry going, laundry buddy, and make some tea and honey. Oh, that'll be so good for you. Very soothing. I read Welcome to the Hunam Dong Bookshop. Nice. 4 stars. Oh, I love it. It looks so cozy and so cute. I think that fit that prompt absolutely perfectly. And I want to say the sequel to it actually is in NetGalley. If you go to NetGalley, I think you can request the sequel. Priscilla, yes, finished Dungeon Crawler Car. Priscilla's like, yes. If you decide to keep going the series, maybe we can read the next one together. I already ordered a copy. Okay, well, now you've got me excited. I love me some buddy reads, right? So I may do that. And I may put it on Discord this time as like a buddy read, unless you're wanting it private, which I'm totally fine with that. Also, we can message each other like we've done before. But if anybody else wants to join, we can put it as a buddy read channel and do that too, because it is so much fun. And I know Kim's been reading it too, or finished it actually, and absolutely loved it too. And I could see me 100% continuing that series. I've already put it on the wheel. So like, I'm already expecting it to be like 4 or 5 stars for sure. It is a blast. So also wanted to give you guys a heads up for Goodreads in case you have a Goodreads account. Make sure you're checking periodically your read list on there. I never really paid attention to it before, but one day I popped in and I noticed it had jumped from like 1,100 to 1,300 books read. And I'm like, that's weird. So I looked into it, and there were like 200 books randomly added to my red shelf in the Goodreads online, like on the actual website as well as my app. I noticed it on the app, but it shows up in both areas, and there's no star ratings whatsoever on them. And it was on April 16th that it was just randomly added, apparently. And so I was going back and forth with Goodreads trying to get them to help me and figure out what happened so it didn't happen again. And yeah, to try to get to the bottom of it. And they said, "Are you sure you didn't add them?" And I'm like, "I'm positive I didn't add them because half of these books aren't even out yet, you guys." Like, it shows their publication date in 2026. Why would I say I read that? And I have never said I read a book and not given it a star rating. So I am very confused where these came from. So their final solution, after I had to give them the like version that I have on my computer, I had to give them my software number of my computer, I had to give them all these things. And finally, their big solution was on the laptop, go to batch edit, and you'll have to just check all 200 and delete them off of it. So it's going to be a slow process for me to slowly delete 200 books that I never added onto my shelves. So just kind of keep an eye on that. My guess is because my husband's IT, he lets me in on the inside of things. Sometimes when they push an update, it monkeys with things in the background that they didn't know it would. And so rather than just owning it and sending out a message to everybody, I guess they're just choosing to do it this way and do one-on-one messages. I don't know why. Like, just give everybody a heads up. So I'm giving you guys a verbal heads up, just so you know. My Red Books has been added as rereads this year. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, there you go, Lynn. So apparently their update monkeyed up your stuff too. So everybody go check the shelves on Goodreads. Make sure your stuff didn't get monkeyed up. And yeah, I'm so sorry, but they're actually not fixing it at all. They have no plans to fix it or even admit to it. But we all know we didn't go doing things to our shelves and like randomly throw 200 books in places. So anyway, well, we're going to go into our next sprint, everyone. Happy reading, happy productivity. I will see you all back here in 30. All right, we're back from the second sprint. How did everyone do on that one? I ended up finishing the dishes, which means my Fab 5 cleaning's done. Makes me excited. And I got to 43% in the tenant, which I'm going to use for the sightseeing for the Shire, because you use the as the beginning of a title. So the tenant. And yeah, that's where I'm at. I still do need to do Dungeon Crawler Carl, but I needed to finish dishes. And this is a physical read. So unfortunately, it had to be put on the back burner. Hopefully next sprint, I'll be able to read that one. But enough about me. Let's hear about you guys. And then I have a fun little quiz, not that you have to do right now, but you may want to go check out. It's a real cute little quiz I found. And then, oh, actually, when we left, we were talking about Dungeon Crawler Carl and saying a buddy read would be awesome. The books are so chunky. I think it'd be fun to do with a group, but no rush. We can take our time with it. I love this. And especially by using it as a channel on the Discord, you can pop in anytime that you read it and comment. So I love that, Priscilla. Thank you. Lynn, yeah, my red books have been added as rereads this year. I couldn't figure it out. Yeah, this is what we were talking about before. Yeah, I'm telling you. Batch edit. Yeah, essentially it has to be on the laptop. It's not something you can do on your app. It has to be on the actual laptop. And when you go to goodreads.com and you sign in and everything, you have your list of books and shelves. Click on the shelf that was messed up. And then in the upper right, there's a little tiny link that says batch edit. You click on that and it arranges all the books on that shelf with little boxes on the side. So you can click on the boxes and then delete all. And then it pops up with a warning. Once you do this, it's permanent. You can't undo it. You say okay, and then it'll delete it for you. So yeah, it's annoying. And because there's over 200, it's going to take me a hot minute to update mine. But I do, whenever I log into my laptop, I do like 1 or 2 pages because they only have like 20 books per page. So it's just going to take some time. Priscilla, maybe it's because of NetGalley somehow. I've noticed when I mark something as read on Kindle, like if I read it a long time ago and I just mark it there, it automatically updates and adds it to my Goodreads. It's good to know. In this case, it's not, because the sequel to When the Moon Hatched won't come out until next year, and it's in my read folder. So there's no possible way. I didn't have it as a NetGalley arc. I didn't get any kind of an advanced copy of it. And there's like 200 examples of that. Books I didn't even know existed in the world, all marked as read. They're definitely not on my Kindle, definitely not on my NetGalley, and they just appeared. And so literally like I said, thankfully I'm married to IT Genius, and he's like, yeah, I promise you, somebody did some kind of update on Goodreads and it screwed things up. It won't own up to it. So yeah. Lynn said, but for your specific example and what messed up potentially your Kindle, it could be also. So I think it's because my Kindle and Goodreads are connected, so I need to go in and see if I can change that setting. But yeah, basically, if I mark a book as read on there, it adds that addition to my read shelf. And yeah, and I'm fine with that. There's like a little button at the bottom that you can unselect it, or at least there used to be, if you don't want, when you put up a review and star rating in NetGalley, for it to reflect on Goodreads. But again, that's not the case with the 200 books. And all 200 were added on April 16th. Like, what a random date to have just 200 books randomly hit my read shelf. And I didn't even notice. I just kept adding books whenever I would read them with my star ratings. And it was only as I went back in that I was like, that just seems awful high. And so I went back a couple pages, and sure enough, there's like 10 pages of books that I never added. So yeah. Swing, hello. Howdy, everybody. Happy Friday the 13th, indeed. Happy Cupcake Lovers Day. Oh, I love that. Happy Dance Therapy Day. Happy Blame Someone Else Day. Make sure to boot the like button. Y'all have a great sprint. Thank you so much, Swing. I appreciate that. And I'm looking at my calendar, and it's something different than what you listed. I'm pretty sure mine is a different happy something day. That wasn't any of the ones you mentioned. So I need to look into that. Lynn, yep, the books only show up on my reading challenge, reread, and not anywhere else. Yeah, I am so sorry. I'm sorry. Everybody check your Goodreads accounts. Tina read a little bit of Yumi and the Nightmare Painter. What do you think? It was different than any other Sanderson I'd read before. It was cute, but it was so different than anything else that I got to admit, I didn't know how to feel about it when I read that one. Lynn finished up a chapter and tried to do some troubleshooting. Good luck. And it's Blame Somebody Else Day. So yes, Lynn, let's just blame Goodreads, because I'm pretty sure it has something to do with that, since it wasn't me and nobody else has access to my account but Goodreads. So nobody else has my password or anything. I did talk to hubby, by the way, in the sprint. And so we will be doing some countdown timers with music on our own. So I apologize if the music seems a little repetitive, because like I said, there's only so much you can get for free in Canva to not mess up our sprinting. But we're going to do that in the future so that there's 100% guaranteed no commercials happening during sprints. So look forward to that coming in the future. Also, this is the little little quiz I wanted to tell you about. I heard it on a book podcast and I did it. It's like, I don't know, just a few questions. It's only like maybe 12 or so questions. It felt like it was very geared one way, if I could say that. It didn't look like it was asking questions for anybody who maybe enjoys thrillers or horrors or enjoys fantasy or romantasy. So just know going in, the questions feel like they're geared more one way. But it's called readyourcolor.com. And basically, yeah, it's a reading assessment that's supposed to get books that you actually love. Later, after the quiz, you can sign up to have books, that they recommend sent to you. You do not have to do that, so you're not on any kind of list. But it'll tell you what color you are, and then based on that color, it'll tell you what kind of reader you are. Now, again, it didn't ask me any questions that geared towards fantasy or romantasy or books that I typically read. It felt very much like CEO or historical or nonfiction. But I did come out red, which is fun because red is supposed to be you like things fast-paced. And what am I always complaining about in my review videos? And that you like adventure and things like that. So that felt kind of on par. So I really liked that. But let me know if you guys take it later what your color was. Tina, that explains why I had more books in my red folder on Goodreads. It looks like it resolved now on my account. Oh, so I guess somebody resolved it for you. Lucky. Lucky. Lynn, I'm glad I keep up with my reads on a spreadsheet. Yeah, because the digital ones, sometimes they're going to get monkeyed up. I'm 68 pages in. Oh, I'm enjoying it so far. I agree. It's definitely a different vibe. I know, like he does romance in his Stormlight Archive and in Mistborn and stuff like that, but this just feels totally different. That being said, I heard through the grapevine that his wife actually enjoyed it more and was like so happy that he wrote this. And yeah, he basically did it for her, you know, knowing that she'd like it. I think that's so sweet. And you have it on Storygraph. I have yet to try Storygraph. I need to. I really need to. I've heard such wonderful things about it. I may just start moving everything over there and doing that because this is like the third issue I've had with Goodreads. It's just so many people are on it. So I hate to do that. And I don't want to keep track in both places. That feels like a lot of work. Tina, I use both Goodreads and Storygraph as well. And isn't it a lot of work though, having to update both? Let me know. Because again, I've never done it. If it doesn't feel like it's a lot of work, I may look into that. And that way, when one lets me down, at least I've got the other one. Is that horrible? Does that make me like a horrible person? So yeah, let me know, please. I think that would be great. Well, I do also want to give you the joke of the day. We're down to the last minute before we go into a third sprint. All right, so you ready? My therapist says that I have a preoccupation with revenge. We'll just see about that. So anyway, cheesy, I know, but I don't want to repeat jokes if I can help it. Lynn, yeah, I stay because there's so many people on Goodreads. Exactly. And so many of the authors are on there too. And so I don't want to leave because of that as well. It's not hard to keep up for both. Okay. Well, since you guys are saying that, I may just have to. Sam had a call with a new borrower, but got some red and killer cocktails. I love that, Sam. That sounds amazing. Thank you. Thank you. The jokes are good, I tell ya. The typical Sam eye roll. It wouldn't be a true joke of a Friday if Sam didn't do her eye roll. Tina, it's not too bad. I usually only read about 3 books a month, though. I mean, what are you saying, Tina? All right, everyone, we're going to go into our third sprint. Happy reading, happy productivity. I will see you all back here in a half hour. And we are back from the third sprint. How did everyone do on that one? Make sure you stretch and hydrate and all the good things. I went and checked the mailbox because I had a delivery for Father's Day. That is this Sunday, in case you didn't know. And it's a little something, something for the hubby for Father's Day. I also did a lot of reading and had a visit from Rumble Toes, who decided to play with a feather and hang out. I don't know if you saw that or not. And so, oh my goodness. I am on page 314, chapter 37. For those that have read it, I'm to the part where, because I don't like spoilers, let's just say an agent has come on the scene. So if you know, you know. But wow, mind blown. And it's so interesting and so entertaining. And I am so glad I'm reading it. And I'm glad that now I get to buddy read with Priscilla and anybody else who wants to join us on Discord for the following books. Because yes, I think I'm definitely going to have to pick up the next one as soon as I can. Julie, I did the read the color quiz. Excellent. The first 4 book recommendations that popped up are among your favorite books. So it's either spying on your Storygraph account or shockingly accurate. Yeah, I mean, it had some good ones. I want to say the ones they recommended were ones I'd actually already read. So it wasn't far off. The questions were what I thought was really weird. Didn't feel like it hit all genres, but yeah, I'm definitely a read. So love that. Priscilla, oh, missed the chat. But yeah, I think with it being a whole large group of books that were added, probably right. It's a Goodreads mistake. That's so annoying on them. I mean, for me, it happening isn't the annoyance because it's electronics, especially like I said, having IT in my family. These things happen behind the scenes. It's just most of the time we don't even know about it. So I'm not mad that it happens. I'm more frustrated that when it's brought to your attention that it happened, you're not willing to own up to it and admit it and then try to fix it. Instead, you put all the onus on us as users. And it's like, at least be honest about it. Like, we're not stupid. We know 200 books randomly being rearranged on our shelves or added wasn't us. Priscilla, I did the read your color quiz. Ooh, got purple with a high percentage of red too. I love that. Oh, that feels like it was accurate as well. Sam read a bit and did a few things. Love that. That's the perfect way to do it. Nice and easy. Oh, yes. Love the world building near the end of Dungeon Crawler. Carl, you're not kidding. Like, he's only on the second floor, you guys. It's book 1. Like, I'm almost done with book 1 and he just got to the second floor. So, like, this is going to be intense. It's going to be intense, but I am having a blast. And if it wasn't for Donut, I don't know. I would honestly be enjoying it nearly as much, but I love that cat so much. Lynn read 3 out of 4. Ooh, so that means your color was spot on too. I love that. That makes me so happy. So I like to share news whenever we get news. And sadly, Clara Adams from California finished the 400-meter final and then got stripped of her title. They were just giving her all these praises and everything, that she was the fastest that, they'd had in a long, long time. Very excited for her. It was wonderful. But at the end of it, she became disqualified and stripped of her medal, all because after everybody had left the field and nobody was around, she took a fire extinguisher and sprayed her own shoes with it, which was paying homage to a former Olympian who did the same thing after a win that was a hero of hers. And I guess 2 of the crowd went nuts. The crowd in the stands loved it. Her competitors loved it. Like, everybody was clapping and they just knew that she'd earned this and worked hard for it. And they were excited for her. Several of the older folks in the crowd knew exactly who she was paying homage to and loved it. But apparently there were 2 refs there and they said that that was inappropriate. And so they stripped her of her title and her medal. It just blows my mind. I cannot believe they did that. That makes me so sad. So I'm hoping that now that it's getting in the news and people are talking about it, that they'll reverse that decision, because that feels kind of harsh to me. So just want to make sure it was on your radar as well. Your colors were a tie between orange and purple, but it gave you the results of orange. Interesting. I'm trying to remember what orange was. Interesting. Donut's a big part of the fun for sure. Yeah. And I'm hoping Donut's in all of the series. I'll be sad if not. Tina read a bit, now stepping outside to warm up. Oh, I hope it's good temperatures for you. Here it is raining and it is so incredibly humid that when I ran out to the mailbox, like my hair went like Monica's for a minute and I had to like hold it down and then get it to smooth back out when I came in. It is humid out there. 22% into Inkheart. Sounds like it's going a lot better for you, Lynn, than the previous book. I am so glad. No reading yet, but got dressed, made the bed, chatted on a few sprints. Excellent. And we'll be reading next sprint. Tell Me What You Did by Carter Wilson. That sounds almost like a thriller. What did you do? That seems like such an overreaction. Yeah. That's what I'm saying, Priscilla. It's like, that's extreme. I mean, come on. She's a kid. You know what I'm saying? Like, really? At most, she should have gotten a slap on the wrist and a lecture if it's not allowed, but come on. I'm pretty sure Donut is in all of the books because she shows up on all the covers. Oh, that's true. Got a little Princess Donut right there. That's true. And I haven't looked at the other covers because I don't want to be spoiled. Oh, that makes me so happy. It rained a lot here, but has stopped for now. Excellent. Okay. So hopefully it'll be nice when you go out to warm up a little bit, Tina, and not be too crazy raining on you. The other info I wanted to give you, in case you guys didn't know, if you're like me, you get a lot of stuff that you want to donate to Goodwill, clothes that you've outgrown or no longer fit in, seasonal things, stuff like that, and pots and pans sometimes in the kitchen, things like that. And so I normally just shove it all into a bag and then drop it off at the Goodwill. And they're usually in pretty good condition. But I heard on Good Morning America that, and I didn't know this was true, but do your own research. I heard that essentially Goodwill will go through the stuff, of course, and resell it and everything and donate what they can. But anything else that they can't, they ship out and it goes overseas into like huge landfills. And so you have like clothes and stuff and shoes and things like that that can't be reused that are just sitting there in landfills. And I think that's horrible. So Good Morning America was trying to do this whole thing saying that there's a company called Trashie, spelled Trashie. And yes, you do have to pay. It is $20 a bag. But for that $20, again, you shove everything you want in it as full as you want. And they'll take everything that's in there and they will separate it. So things that can go to Goodwill will go. Other things that they know would go to secondhand shoes will go there. Electronics will go here. And they'll actually take the time and effort to separate everything. And then that way, and then recycle themselves, anything else. So nothing goes to a landfill. So just wanted to kind of shout that out in case anybody wanted to check that out when they're doing their, spring cleaning or donations and things like that. It's something I'm definitely going to be looking into in the future. Priscilla, I think Gavin said that Donut's character grows in the next book. Oh, I have to go check it out because I love Gavin and what used to be How to Train Your Gavin. And now it's Gavin, I think, reads it all. I love him. He's so amazing. But yeah, I'm gonna have to go check that out as long as he doesn't do spoilers. Sometimes he'll do spoilers and that's why I stopped watching his reviews. So let me know, is there spoilers in it or not? But yeah, I love hearing that. That sounds amazing to me. Christina, it's a thriller. Okay, it sounded like a thriller. For Camp Nightmare Readathon, that's such a fun readathon. I've done that before in the past. Sounds like someone is interviewing people and letting them tell her their crimes. Ooh. Lynn, oh, it looks like an afternoon shower's rolling in. I'm sharing my rain with all of you guys. Isn't that what you want? We've got less than a minute, everyone, before our final sprint of the day. Christina, raining here too, trying not to let it give me a headache. Ooh, yeah. And Sam was fighting a headache too. And I know earlier Lynn was telling us about allergies happening. So I hope you guys don't have that for sure. Get some rest, take a nap if you can, relax a little bit, sip tea with honey, all the things to try to relax. All right. Well, I don't think there's any other announcements or news or anything that I had. So if there's no other comments, we can even jump in early and do 31 minutes for the next one. So happy reading, happy productivity, everyone, and enjoy the final sprint. All right, we're back, everyone, from the last sprint of today. How did everyone do on that sprint? I played with the kitty cats for a bit, and I read to page 348. So slowly but surely getting there. And I'm to the part with the Moab, the mother of all bombs. So I am excited. It is so great, and edge of the seat. I am excited. Oh, good. Gavin's video does no spoilers for it. He just did the next Dungeon Crawler Carl book for his 100th book of the year in a reading vlog, and it's in the title. Thank you. I'll be looking that up and watching that today then. Thank you, Priscilla. And Tina laughed at Lynn. It's weird. Sometimes I love the rain, warm rains, and thunderstorms. But when the barometric pressure changes too much, I get headaches. Absolutely. Seems like the cold rains, not sure. Oh, so like more of the cold rain is what makes it maybe causing the headaches. That's interesting to track. That is very interesting. Yeah, the pressure for sure will get sinuses going like crazy in our household too. Tina says to Lynn, I read that like you were going to go outside and take a shower in the rain. I mean, I judge nobody for doing that. Sam getting close to finishing killer cocktails and had some lunch. I hope it was a good lunch and that it sits easy on the stomach. Tina to Christina, I hope you find what is causing your headaches. Absolutely. And tracking really does make a difference. Journaling it. When Ryan was dealing with all of his migraine issues, tracking made a huge difference. We saw some foods that were kind of, he was sensitive to and that could cause it. We found certain smells because I love having my plugins and the little, Max Welts and stuff. Max Welts. Or wax melts. It may be time to wrap this up, guys. But I love like the pumpkin smell, but it can trigger his headache. So yeah, it is interesting to track that and see what's going on to see if there is caffeine or anything else that could be making those headaches worse for sure, or seasonal stuff. Well, thank you all so much for sharing your Friday with me. Next Friday, like I said, it'll be back to normal where we'll have the rolls and get to have these nice long sprints. And especially with it being summertime, as long as there's no appointments in the afternoon, it should be very, very relaxed, even if every single sprint is an hour long. So it should be a lot of fun. Looks like Tina said, read some more of the Yumi. It's taking a minute for me to get into it. It was me too. I think I gave it 3 stars overall, but a lot of people love it. So definitely give it the second half. I liked the second half better than the first half, but still it was only about a 3-star read for me. Lunch was just meh. Mashed potatoes are good though. Meatloaf, not so much. Sorry, the meatloaf wasn't so good, Sam. I'll tell you, there was a certain time whenever I was pregnant with Katie where I was obsessed with potatoes. I was like, give me all the potatoes. And it was only later that I realized by reading in the What to Expect When You're Expecting that was during brain development, and potatoes are really, really good for that. So listen to your body's cravings. Absolutely. Thank you for being here, guys. I love hanging out with you. It's my favorite part of the week. Take care, everyone, and I will see you next Friday.